What up, YouTube? It's your boy, Detroit Love, with another video. Today we're going to take a look at building a raised garden bed. Let's check it out. So my wife tasked me with an assignment to build her a pair of raised garden beds. So I went to Home Depot. I purchased 8 1x6x8 boards. I had Home Depot cut those boards at the 6-foot mark. That left me with 8 6-foot boards and 4 2-foot boards. I also purchased a 4x4x8 post, which they cut every 12 inches, and so I had 8 1-foot posts. Now the boards are never really to the exact measurement that they say. So you see there the posts are slightly longer than the boards. And so this is the easiest portion of this project. Just simply, I purchased some screws, had a power screwdriver, and I assembled this thing. Pretty easy to do, no biggie here. The largest challenge was preparing the actual location to put these two garden beds. I always like to make them with a rock bed around it so my wife can stand on a solid surface instead of the grass. So I got the beds made, and I'm just gonna put this trench around the area. So you see I have it staked off, and I'm going to just put this trench here so that I can put some of these bricks. I got a bunch of these bricks, and I'm just going to put those in there on the paper, landscape paper, just so you have a divider. I may change out later if I can find this rubber stuff from Canada again, but so I just got to get this made around the borders of this bed. All right, so I got my rough trench there, and I'm putting in the brick border with the landscaping paper under it. I'll have some gaps that I'll have to either cut a brick, or I may just move that in, those 2 or 3 inches. We'll see how it goes. Be kind of hard to cut the brick, but you see the trench is going all the way around, and I just put the paper down. So while I was working, the friendly neighborhood turkey just showed up to get something to eat. All this work I'm doing must have made him hungry. Yep, time to get back to work. Okay, so got the border and the paper. I got the chicken wire on the bottom. That's just to deter most boring diggers. So I got the chicken wire. And now it's time to put the dirt in here and the soil, as well as the rocks. So here comes some labor again. But got about a foot around each edge, and about 3 feet in between the two. Gonna have a arch using these flexible PVC pipes to go from one bed to the other. Making some progress. All right, so I'm done building. I just have to cut that and backfill the outer edge of these bricks. Got my wife put the plants in there, cucumbers, squash, some onions, and we're just waiting on the net. There's a netting that she's ordered that's gonna go over that so the vegetables can grow up that. I did 2 different types of rocks. Wasn't sure about these. The smaller ones are river rocks, and these are river stones. I need to clean it. Those bags were filthy, so I'll need to clean that. But so I'll just show you the pre-existing raised garden. That one has a cover on it. All right, while this looks complete, we're still waiting on the netting, but what I have to do now is, as I cut out these grooves for the bricks, I remove these strips of grass and earth. So now I have to line that up. See how here, took those pieces of grass, so just so that those bricks aren't going to move. So I just got to put those strips along here. See how high that brick is there. Just so that there's no movement, or little movement as possible. See, those things are moving. So we put that earth in there and that'll lock those in. So just put those in. You see I started with this side. I just gotta fix this brick and get that earth in. So let's take care of that. All right, so I have the earth and grass moved back to the edges, and that'll grow in over time and act as as cement. Keep those bricks in place. So I want to talk about the rocks that I chose. So these rocks are much smaller, and those rocks are, for the most part, considerably larger. And the reason why I did, now the smaller rocks were cheaper for more rocks, and these were slightly more expensive for larger rocks. And so I wanted the smaller rocks on the edge so my wife could stand, and her feet a little bit smaller than mine, and she can also stand on the brick too. This all go down over time. But anyway, she can stand off the grass. Now my shoes are wet because I was spraying the hose, but a lot of times the grass is wet and you don't want to be standing in that with your shoes, especially if you have like cloth type shoes. And so I wanted her to have a space to be able to stay out the grass. She's afraid of snakes too. We get gardener snakes from time to time. So she can see what she's stepping on, and as she's working in the garden, she don't have to be on the wet grass. But I chose the bigger rock because we wanted to have, you want to have your beds level. And, these wood planks aren't, perfect. They're warped and they're shaped, slightly irregular. And so to get it level, you can put sand on the bottom of it, but I put these larger rocks there so that they can help with the leveling, because you can wedge some of these bigger rocks up in the corners or under the boards so that it can assist with getting it level. And when these things are wet, they're really pretty. These things were filthy when they were in the bag, full of dirt. And so, this is the final product. The netting came in, and my wife tied it on. And it looks really nice. Nice addition to the backyard for growing fresh vegetables. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Don't be intimidated if you're thinking of doing something similar. It's some hard work, hauling the dirt and rocks and all those things. Those things are optional. If you don't want to do that, you can just place these boards into your yard, wherever you want them to be, and get to planting. Well, thank you guys for watching my video. I appreciate your time. If you haven't subscribed, please do so. If you have any comments regarding raised garden beds, I'd love to hear them. If you're planning to do so, I'd love to hear about that as well. Thank you, guys.